Yo, YouTube, what's up? Just doing a quick video. Don't got a lot of time today, but it's Monday, and I do want to be try my best to be consistent with my personal delivery of content. So I typically prefer to just focus on addressing the things that I might see inside of the group, inside of the questions inside of the forum, and stuff like that. So I'm still seeing a little bit too many people still that are confused about the process of authenticating the birth certificate. So real quick, this is real simple once you know the process, but it's exactly step by step exactly how I'm about to tell you right now. In order to authenticate the birth certificate, these are the steps that you take after you retrieve your actual certificate of live birth or your long form birth certificate. Either if you do not have the certificate of live birth or the long form, whatever they call it in your state, then you need to first check with your local courthouse. Check with the local courthouse and request for a certificate of live birth. It should be anywhere between $15 to $20. Some courthouses they give you 2 for $20 or something like that. 2 for $20. Okay. If your local courthouse doesn't have it, call the Department of Vital Statistics in your state, in the state in which you were born. Call and contact the Vital Statistics Department to retrieve a certified copy of your certificate of live birth. Once you go through this venture on recovering your certificate of live birth from whatever agency or department that you have to recover it from, now we're ready to authenticate. So, what's the purpose of authentication? For those who don't know yet, the purpose of authenticating the birth certificate is to claim title over, to be the actual title holder and owner over the document. Because right now we're just title holders of the document if we don't authenticate our ownership of the document. And even though we will never actually retrieve the original that was produced when we were born, once we go through the full process of authentication, inside the Uniform Commercial Code, it tells you the perfection of the authentication is validation of and confirmation of supreme ownership over the title. That's what it says in so many words. So, perfecting the process of authenticating the birth certificate shows that you, the individual, flesh and blood human being, has ownership over the title, over a certificate of live birth and birth certificate. All right, so now that we got that out the way, step 1: retrieve an official copy of your certificate of live birth or a long form birth certificate if you don't already have that. Step 2: you go to your local full service Secretary of State. All Secretary of States are not going to have it because they're not going to be full service. So if you go inside, you're going to go inside that branch and ask for and let them know that you're looking for the index department. Once you get to the index department on the at the Secretary of State, you're going to fill out a one-page form. Show them your birth certificate and tell them you want to do authentication. They're going to give you a small form, brief information on it. Going to ask you your name, your address, and then the country you live in, and then they're going to ask you what country that you're authenticating for. You're going to say Taiwan. I'm not going to get all into that right now, but just pay attention and follow instructions. Say Taiwan. All the other information on that form you already know because it's just your information. They're going to ask you the number of documents. It's going to be everything else is going to be common sense on there. If you have any questions, ask them. But as long as we make sure you put Taiwan on the form. All right, they're gonna charge you about $2 a document. So it's $2. It shouldn't be no more than $2, $3, $4, depending on how they charge you in whatever state or city you're in. But it's a low cost, whatever it is. Now, it's going to take them about 5 to 10 minutes to do whatever they do to give you the stamps and a certificate on top of the birth certificate. You're going to get that. Once you walk out that office that same day with that packet, that you have authenticated your birth certificate on the state level. Okay, you accomplished that. Now, in order to complete the full process of fully authenticating on the highest level is step 2. Step 2 is to go to step 3. Step 3 is now you want to authenticate on the federal level. And authenticate on the federal level, you're going to take all those documents, that packet that you got from the Secretary of State, you're going to take that to the post office. You're going to do certified or registered mail to the Department of State. Before you do this, before you do that, you have to download the Department of State authentication application or form. This will be available for all members of the Hellraiser Legacy group inside of the Resource Center. This will be available to all members of the Hellraiser Legacy group inside of the Resource Center. Okay, all of the applications and forms you need will be inside the Resource Center at the end of the day after I post this video. Yeah, other than that, you fill out another simple form. It's going to ask you the same thing. It's going to say, what country are you authenticating for again? You're going to say Taiwan. Same process. It's a specific way you have to write the address on the envelope and stuff like that. But I'll have all that information inside of the Resource Center as well for all members of the Hellraiser Legacy group. All right. So once you get that form filled out, you take that to the post office. You mail that off to the Department of State, register mail, and you also have to put in a prepaid envelope to return back to you once they get done with the authentication. So that all depends on how fast you want the authenticated birth certificate to come back to you. So if you don't mind waiting a few more days, just prepay it with regular stamps. If you want it to come back faster and stuff like that, then you prepay for certified. Simple as that. If you have any questions, hit me up in the forum. All my members, you know how to reach me. This is the full process of authenticating. And after you get the authentication, there's an affidavit that you put on top of that to as far as your written statement of claim of title that you add along with that to put the extra sauce put the extra sauce in the cake or extra icing on the cake or whatever. So y'all get my drift though. The affidavit I'll have up in there too as well. You customize it to make it your own. It'll be inside the Resource Center at the HellraiserLegacy.com. The HellraiserLegacy.com. Whoever's not a part is not a part. You either get in or stay out. If you're not with us, you got to be against us. We are for one, we are for the people. So if you're not in, you need to get in. Peace.